Hello and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Fatima Siddiqui. First news headlines. Federal government bars state from collecting mining royalties. Nigerian government set up committee to fix nationwide drop in electricity supply. Kwara set to become nation's vegetable hub with modern storage technology, says Agric Commissioner Oloruntoyosi. Federal government seeks concerted effort in fight against drug abuse. By elections, IG warns troublemakers, restrict movements in 26 states. Cancer rates to increase to 77% by 2050, UN says. Federal government, WHO, others partner Kebbi government to tackle new polio variants. Anambra bans public display of caskets. Wrestling Federation to commence trials for African Games. Now, the news in details. The federal government has warned state and local governments to steer clear of the collection of royalties and taxes from licensed miners operating in their domains. It stressed that operators must monthly pay royalties and taxes to the federal government, adding that royalties and taxes are the exclusive reserve of the federal government. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, has said the Nigerian government has set up a committee to resolve electricity blackouts in some parts of the country. The minister reiterated that the lack of gas supply to Jansco's is the reason for the blackouts in parts of the country. The Kwara state government is taking bold steps to revolutionize its vegetable sector, aiming to establish itself as a major national hub for fresh produce. Kwara Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Mrs. Oloruntoyosi Thomas, said the initiative involved partnering with the Nigerian Stored Product Research Institute, federal government agency, to equip farmers with modern storage technologies and boost their productivity. It will be recalled on 25th January 2024. Honorable Oloruntoyosi visited farmers in Eruda area in Ilorin West Local Government for need assessment and reiterate government commitment to agricultural development. Following through on her promises, she returned on Friday, 2nd of February, with NISPRI representatives to introduce farmers to innovative storage solutions that can keep vegetables fresh for over a week. Speaking with Justeventonline TV, Commissioner for Agricultural Development, Honorable Oloruntoyosi, expressed her enthusiasm. She emphasized the health benefits of manure-based vegetable production, highlighting plans to train and support all Kwara vegetable farmers in this method. With a vision to become the source of fresh vegetables to the nation, she pledged to facilitate grants for farmers and traders through the Kwara program.
Okay, I think, when I came last week, I was encouraged and I thought it would be nice to get other partners involved to support them. And so I reached out to INSPRI, which is a federal agency here in Kwara, located or domiciled here in Kwara, to see how we can support our vegetable farmers, especially when it comes to preserving the vegetable so that it lasts or stays longer. Since a lot of them, they don't only feed Kwarans, but also, other Nigerians outside Kwara. So it's important, as we know that vegetable, it's highly, perishable. It can't stay for too long. So it's important to be able to use new technology to store and preserve. And so that's why we have reached out to INSPRI to see how we can support our farmers with storage to extend the shelf life of the vegetables.
INSPRI Executive Director, Professor Abdulateef Sani, applauded the partnership, stressing that their commitment is to support farmers nationwide. He assured that the provided storage baskets will not only aid local storage, but also facilitate safe and efficient nationwide transportation of produce.
Well, we thank God for giving us an opportunity of knowing that our mothers, our brothers, our fathers are into extensive vegetable farming. That's a very good opportunity. And like we have said, the Honorable Commissioner has said, we will combine with the Kwara State ADP. Where's the MD? The Kwara State ADP, we all work together to bring solutions here. From the Nigerian Stock Product Research Institute, we have some baskets that we are going to introduce to the farmers that can allow them to keep this vegetable for at least 7 days. It's a very small, low-cost basket. We are also going to work with the Honorable Commissioner to map out all the horticultural vegetable zones. If we map it out, we'll be able to know the capacities that we have and now be able to propose a more or less smart mini hub where there's going to be a kind of youth taking over some of these interventions as to having a shopping mall where people can come and be buying these vegetables.
Dr. Ahmad Ayinke Khadijat, Managing Director of Kwara Agricultural Development Project, confirmed efforts to register all Eruda farmers, vegetable traders, and transporters for program benefits. Alhaji Oniye Kamaldeen, chairman of the Eruda community, commended the initiative, recognizing it as a testament to the government's dedication to rural development and agricultural revitalization. He expressed gratitude to Governor Abdulrazak and Honorable Oloruntoyosi for their support and numerous community projects.
Actually, as the chairman of Eruda Community Development Association, the community leader here, we want to thank God first for giving us this opportunity. At the same time, we want to extend our appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kwara State, for this great opportunity for our farmers, vegetable farmers here in Eruda. That for the past, the existence of these vegetable farmers here, it's a donkey years, which it can be flashback to like 30 to 35 years back. They've not witnessed this kind of opportunity. So the opportunity they are witnessing today, the Ministry of Agriculture are giving them opportunity. They facilitated the visitation of the NISPRIN, that is federal government agency, to come and contribute their own quota to the development of Eruda vegetable farmers organization here. So we thank the state government, we thank the federal government as well, and the facilitator. We can't go on without mentioning the name of Alhaji Jida for giving us that opportunity. He is the facilitator for all this project we are seeing in our community today, and we thank him as well. The community are very much appreciated because they appreciated the community based on our cooperation as well. We are appreciating them too for giving us this such an opportunity.
Federal government has called on relevant stakeholders to make concerted efforts towards ending drug abuse among youth in the country so as to prepare them for employability, entrepreneurship, as well as future leaders. The Minister of State in the Ministry of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, said that the ministry is planning to establish an institution that will be known as the Nigerian Youth Academy. He said in the institution, youth will be taken through some training to engage them in meaningful ventures in order to avoid the temptation of drug abuse and crime. The Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Egbetokun, has ordered the restriction of all forms of vehicular movement on roads, waterways, helpers, and other forms of transportation from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. and the 26 states where the Independent National Electoral Commission will be holding by-elections on Saturday. This was as he warned troublemakers to stay away from the exercise. The UN health authorities have said that the global cancer cases are expected to rise by around 77% by the middle of the century. According to the latest figures from the International Agency for Research on Cancer, a specialized branch of the UN World Health Organization, said there are predictions to be more than 35 million cancer cases during 2050, up from the estimated 20 million in 2022. The federal government and development partners, including UNICEF, the World Health Organization, Gavi, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the Aliko Dangote Foundation, have reaffirmed their commitment to assist the Kebbi state government in eradicating the variant polio virus in the state by the end of the year 2024. During the commissioning of an emergency operations center in Benin Kebbi, the partners emphasized that the establishment of the EOC marks a commitment and a starting point for collaborative efforts with the state government to combat the virus. The Anambra state government has banned the public display of caskets for fabrication and sale in the state. These were contained in the law passed by the State House of Assembly on Thursday to control burial and funeral activities in the state. The last on the news is the Nigerian Wrestling Federation is set to commence trials for wrestlers across the country ahead of the 2024 African Games in Accra, Ghana, and Olympic qualifiers in Egypt. The president of the federation, Dr. Daniel Igale, said the trials will serve as an avenue to select the country's representatives from the top 3 wrestlers on the 2020 and the 22 Olympic weight categories. We have come to the end of the news. Here's a recap of the story. Federal government bans state from collecting mining royalties. Nigerian government set up committee to fix nationwide drop in electricity supply. Kwara set to become nation's vegetable hub with modern storage technology, says Agric Commissioner Oloruntoyosi. Federal government sees concerted efforts in fight against drug abuse. By elections, IG wants troublemakers restrict movement in 26 states. Cancer rates to increase to 77% by 2050. UN says federal government, WHO, others partner Kebbi government to tackle new polio variants. Anambra bans public display of caskets. Wrestling Federation to commence trials for African Games. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News at 9. Remember, vitality shows not only in the ability to persist, but in the ability to start over. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com, and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tap at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Fatima Sediki. You have a fabulous weekend.